All right, class.
Yes.
All right, what's up?
When was 4.2?
A while ago.
Wait, Sunday? That was the one?
About 4.1.
Was it 4.1? I don't know. When is 4.2 due?
You never gave it. No, never. I don't know.
You never put it on Canvas.
I didn't? Oh, okay. You want it Sunday?
Just
How about
do-
Monday?
Just do I did, yeah.
You want Monday? Okay, but if it's due Monday, do you know what that means?
So I did.
Yeah, if you don't get it done Monday, then
You're
you,
absent.
yeah, you're not counted for attendance.
Oh. Okay, that's weird.
But I also add a meme assignment. I like those. It's been a while.
Doing what?
Add a meme assignment. It's
Yeah.
been a while since we've done
Oh,
that.
I know. I totally forgot about those.
Yeah, add one of those.
Yeah. My other class is like totally against it. It's
suck.
what-
That's why.
like seriously, like so I teach 5 classes, and out of those 5 classes, 4 of them are like weak soup, like not even try, don't even try.
This is
Or-
such a memes on Google.
Yeah, not even that. It
Give the top text, bottom text from like 2010 and
what?
top text, bottom text memes from like 2010 or something.
Oh yeah, those are good ones. Okay, so I still have a meme generator that does that. Okay, you just put in a picture and then you could actually add top text and add bottom text. All right, so anyway, since your phone is not coming out for any reason right meow,
Like something like
what the
this.
hell? What the heck?
Like something like this, like some.
Oh yeah,
some
okay,
lame-
good, yeah, okay, thank you. Anyway, so we're gonna pretend like the other day didn't happen. Vertical asymptotes, okay, is MC Hammer.
What? Fuck, you have to be a little bit more recent. I don't do that.
MC Hammer of math.
I can't rush this.
Can't touch this.
Oh, okay.
Can't touch this. See, now you know what it is, right?
Yeah, now I know.
Okay, so
Is he still around?
yeah,
Did he go to debt or something?
yeah, he lost all his money, but then he went on with like Dancing with the Stars or something like that. and-
From what? Like, what did he use money to?
He just was spend happy.
He's just stupid.
He was just
like
spend.
for real.
Anyway, all right. So tangent. It's gonna look like this. Started from the bottom. Now I'm here. There we go. See what I did there? All right. So, and for tangent functions, the period is going to be pi. Okay, it's going to be pi. So instead of the other ones being 2 pi over b, these ones are going to be pi over b. So pi over b. And so I am changing this one. And okay, so here is MC Hammer's net worth right here. On this one. And now we're here.
Is that word?
Okay, so just so you know, Hammer, I love you, man. I do. Okay, Can't Touch is great. Okay, I like the Addams Family song.
That's Kanye's net worth after all he said.
Huh?
Oh, you guys know what he said yesterday? I don't think we can talk about it on YouTube. Watch it.
Yeah.
Hey, chill.
He likes
You're
it.
the game, take it down.
Okay, I have no clue. I'm like I don't care.
Kanye said he likes Hitler.
Okay, what's up?
Can I get the notes?
Oh yes.
Chris Paul. That's insane.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so yeah, someone needs to make sure he's taking his meds. Anyway,
Yeah, he got like 20,000 more chances.
anyway, shut up. So hey, look, cotangent, same thing. It's going to be period of pi, so it's pi over b. So I'm changing this so these are now, instead of actually doing all the parts, we're going to call it start and end. We're going to just call it start and end. So that's going to make life a little bit easier. Blah. Okay, here we go. So for tangent, we have this is my start. And this is my end. And for cotangent, this is the start. And this is the end. So start and end. And everything fits in between those two because those are 2 asymptotes that we're going to use.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to change it. So we're just going to do those instead. So make this a little bit easier. And blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay, like I said, I'm changing this one up. Change this one. Amplitude. Amplitude's going to be it though. Amplitude, amplitude, amplitude. What's the amplitude?
Amplitude.
It's 1. Thank you. Period is going to be 2 pi over b, right? 2 pi, or is it 1 pi? 1 pi. Thank you. See, you were shaking your head. How dare you? You weren't paying attention. Just pi over b. So pi over b. What is my b value here? 2. Good. Okay. To figure out my start, it's going to be my start divided by b. The end divided by b. This is a tangent function, right? Say yes.
Yes.
Since it's a tangent function, I flip back 2 slides. What is the start on a tangent function? Two slides. There is a number there. I said this is the start.
Negative 2 pi.
Negative what?
I mean pi over 2.
Negative pi over 2. So the start is negative pi over 2.
Yes.
Divided by b. What is the b in this case? 2.
Yeah.
Are you guys understanding where this is coming from or no? Did I lose you?
2's in front of the X.
Maybe? Kinda? Did I lose you?
No.
Blast, how you doing? You alright? Okay. Because I know that's not earbud, right? Okay. Angel, you too, right? I know that no one has earbuds, right? That'd be horrible.
No.
Because yeah, everyone's paying full attention.
I would never wear your.
I know, right?
Because they're still in New Jersey.
Yeah, they're still in New Jersey.
Did you do that Apple thing where you try to find yourself and found out it's in New Jersey?
Nah. Dog, I have a droid.
All right, watch this. So, fraction over fraction, right? Fraction over fraction,
Yeah.
multiplied by the reciprocal of the bottom. So it's negative pi over 2 times the reciprocal of the bottom, which is 1 over 2, which gives me negative pi over 4. So that's my start. Let's do the end. What was the end for tangent?
Give me a second.
Pi over 2. Divided by b, which is 2, again. I'm going to do the math. So I have pi over 2 times 1 over 2, which is going to give me pi over 4. So my start and end are my asymptotes. Okay, that's what we're moving. We're moving around our asymptotes.
Water. Water.
There you go. All right. Here's my graph. There's my start. There's my end. And these are asymptotes. So I am going to draw a dotted line there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So now, the next thing that we're going to do, okay, I'm going to take my period, divided by 4, because these graphs always have 4 parts. All these graphs always have 4 parts. So the period, what was the period there?
Pi over 2.
Pi over 2. So period is pi over 2. So it's going to be pi over 2 divided by 4. And put that as 4 over 1.
Pi over 8.
Yep. So it's going to be pi over 2 times 1 over 4 pi over 8. So this is going to give me my steps. Okay, that's going to give me my steps. So that when I was doing this before, those would be considered all my different parts. Those are all my different parts. So now, since I have a start at negative pi over 4, so my start is negative pi over 4. And I'm going to add my step. Add those together, what do we get?
No, negative pi over 8, right?
Yeah, it's going to be a negative pi over 8. So this turns into, what's it, negative 2
Negative.
pi over 8, right? And so I could add that, so it's negative 1 pi over 8. So, right here, so what I'm doing is I'm adding that is my step. All right, so am I to the end? Say no. And so what do I have to do?
Keep going.
Take another step. I'm kind of cheating because I already know the math. So I have my negative pi over 8, right? Plus my step, which is
Pi over 2. Is it pi over 2? No, oh, yeah.
negative pi over 8 plus pi over 8,
0.
0. So it's going to put me right here at 0. And then 0 plus,
Your next step.
which is,
Pi over 8.
yep, and that's going to give me pi over 8. So I'm adding,
Pi over 8 every time.
yep, because every step is pi over 8. And if I take my last step, where should I end up at?
Pi over 4.
Yep. Because this is, pi over 4 is the,
It's just 2 pi over 8.
it's the end, right? Because I start at my start and I end at my end.
Yeah.
Is this a little bit easier than what we were doing before?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, there we go. So now I have my parts in there, yes.
Where do you get the 4 over 1?
The 4 over 1? Okay, so now, to do my steps, it's always going to be the period divided by 4. Right? And what is 4 as a fraction? I could rewrite that as 4 over 1, right? And that's what I did. Because I have a fraction over fraction, I kind of have to multiply by the reciprocal here. So, and it's the reciprocal of the bottom. So 4 as a fraction would be 4 over 1, and the reciprocal was 1 over 4. Does that make better sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll always be period over 4.
Yeah, it's always period over 4. Because I'm always breaking up these into 4 parts. Every time. Because the problem that we have here is the asymptotes are going to mess you up because they're undefined, right? So now, are we okay so far? Now, next thing, just plug in. So we're going to plug in. So, am I going to plug in negative pi over 4? Say no.
No.
No. What do we know about this thing right here at negative pi over 4? That is what?
Undefined. It's asymptote.
It's undefined, it is an asymptote. So that's why I don't have to do that one, because I did my math at the very beginning to find where those were and then go from there. So I have the negative pi over 4 there. All right, so now let's plug in. So that means I'm going to plug in the next one. So I'm plugging in. It is going to be tangent of 2 times negative pi over 8. Yeah. Okay. The wrong one? Yeah, that's the wrong one. There it is. Okay. So 2 times negative pi over 8 is negative pi over 4. Negative pi over 4, because the 2 and the 8 will reduce. So negative pi over 4. So that's why I brought up that other unit circle. There we go. Negative pi over 4, it's backwards. So negative pi over 4. And when I do this, it put me right here. Tangent is always going to be, when I'm doing these math problems, it's always going to be at one of the over 4s. Because tangent is sine divided by cosine, right? And so I'm going to have the same number each time. But it's going to be a negative and a positive, or positive negative, so those combinations. So I have positive rad 2 over 2 and negative rad 2 over 2. So tangent is sine over cosine, which is the y value. That's my negative rad 2 over 2 divided by rad 2 over 2. So if they're both the same, it's going to give me 1, right? Both same, it's going to give me 1. But this is a positive and a negative, so that gives me negative 1. So as I go around and do this every time on my unit circle, I'm going to end up there, I'm going to end up there, I'm going to end up there, and I'm going to end up there. So with tangent, every single time it's going to end up at one of these points. And I did the math, I set up the math, so it's always going to be like this for you. So you don't have to try and calculate one of these other things. Your answers are either going to be 1 or negative 1. Every time. 1 or negative 1 every time. So, there's also another one where it's going to be 0, but we'll see that in a second. So, right here at negative pi over 4, we came up with negative 1, right? So, negative 1. So, on my graph, I should have a point right there. Actually, let me change up colors. I should have a point right here. And the next one's going to be tangent 2 times 0. Now, 0, right? And tangent is y over x. So let's go back to unit circle. Y over x.
At 0, that's 0 over 1.
0 over 1. Can you divide 0 pizza amongst everyone in here?
Yes.
Everyone gets the same amount, so that one is 0. That one you are allowed, so that answer is 0.
So you have to do the Italian thing. You can't just talk about pizzas and not do the Italian.
There we go. So we get 0 right there. And the next one is tangent 2 times pi over 8. And that's going to give me a positive pi over 4.
Yeah, it's 2 pi over 8.
Yeah, that's positive pi over 4. And from my unit circle, pi over 4 is up here. So y over x, What's that going to give me? It's positive 1, right? So they're the same numbers, so that's going to be y divided by x should be a positive 1. So my line should be right here. So I only need those 3 dots. Since it's going to be an asymptote, I know it's going to be the MC hammer, so it can't touch this. So it's going to start way down here, go up this way, and go up that way. Is that a little bit, I'm hoping a little bit easier. You guys are understanding this, kind of, hopefully?
Yes.
So I'm changing the steps here. I'm changing this because this one's a little bit more complicated with the asymptotes and all that other stuff and understanding where things need to go. Yeah? Okay. So let me see what example 2 looks like. Then I'll go from there. Actually, let me pause here. I want you guys, you know what? Use those same steps that I just taught you. I want you to try this one. Use the exact same steps I just showed you. All right, for you people that are watching the video, thank you. Okay, some people that, decided to go back, watch the video, appreciate that. All right, so I did the period first, which is pi divided by b. My b value is 1/2. So that's going to give me my period of being 2 pi. And I did my start, which is always the same for a tangent. It's negative pi over 2 divided by b, which is 1/2, multiplied by the reciprocal, and it gives me my start is negative pi. The end was positive pi over 2 divided by my b, which is 1/2, and I ended up getting a positive pi as my end. So the next step I did was my period divided by 4. Period divided by 4, and that's going to give me my steps. So my steps came out to be 2 pi divided by 4 is pi over 2. So each step was pi over 2. So I went with my start plus my step, which was negative pi over 2 plus pi over 2, because I was adding right here, pi over 2, and that puts me at negative pi over 2. Next step, add another pi over 2, puts me at 0. Add another pi over 2. It's going to put me at positive pi over 2, and one more step is going to end up putting me at pi. And then when I went and plugged in, I plugged in right here, negative 3 tan 1/2 times x, which is my negative pi over 2. That's going to give me, I multiply together, I get a negative pi over 4. So from my unit circle, my negative pi over 4 is right here. Tangent is the y over x, so it's a negative rad 2 over 2 divided by positive rad 2 over 2, which gives me a negative 1. So all this right here is negative 1. So the negative 1 times negative 3 is going to give me a positive 3. So I got a positive 3, so there was my point there. Next one, when I plugged in, tangent was 0. And 0 times negative 3 is 0, put me there. And my next one was a positive pi over 2. We did the same thing, but I ended up with positive pi over 4. That gave me a tangent is 1 times negative 3 is negative 3. Put me right there. Does that make sense, or did I go through that kind of quickly? So,
Can you correct to start?
this one? Right there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and if you want to check it, look, I have it right there too. All right, so we're going to continue more on this next week. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button. Support my channel. Use promo code EARLYBIRD. Get 10% off the merch store.